Hello, my dear ones. Good day, or good evening, or good morning, whenever you're watching this video. I'm sitting outside today. It's a glorious day. It's so beautiful, nice, and sunny and breezy. And I got inspired to do this video on I'm in separation. Is he still thinking about me? And will he do anything about it? So I will have three positions, and you can pick position 1, 2, or 3. Take a minute and we will see what's on his mind, if he's still thinking about you, if he's gonna do anything about this, and if there's going to be any action from that person, and what are they thinking about you, what are they going through. And if you're in separation for a while, I'm sure you're curious to find out what's happening with this person and their thoughts about you. So 1, 2, 3, I'm going to move these two to the side. I will turn this card, and we have the star. Yes, the star definitely shows me that there is distance between you two. There's separation. Is he thinking about you? Most definitely yes. He's thinking about you, fantasizing about you. He's dreaming about you. At a certain point, he very much wanted to be with you, and you were his wish. There's nothing more that he wanted than to be with you. So the person is kind of by himself right now. He's in isolation, and he's thinking about this whole situation, and thinking about everything that you've been through together, analyzing, and a lot of thoughts in his mind are positive about you. He thinks about those moments when you were happy together, then you both felt this happiness, this love, comfort. Some of you could have children from that person, or you could have had a family. Others could have been in a business together. And so he misses your partnership. He misses that energy about you. You were like an inspiration. You were like the sun and the star to him, because you are, definitely you were his love. So he still feels passion towards you with the King of Wands. He definitely has the fire and desire for you. He could be a sort of a flirtatious person, egoistic person in a sense. He does like to have attention on him. He thinks he's very attractive, and he possibly does get attention from the ladies, very easily. But at this moment, I'm seeing that he possibly is alone. He's trying to pour all his energy into work. He's focusing on making money and trying to take his thoughts away from you and pour them into work. He kind of has this mentality that he's always right. He's right about the situation. It's very hard to persuade him other ways. Possibly the last time you saw him, you had kind of exchange of words that wasn't too pleasant, or you had an argument, or he had something that definitely was hurtful to you, and so sometimes he seems very cold, very egoistic. His heart is broken. I mean, he's shattered. He feels like you refused his offer, and there's definitely inner struggle. He doesn't feel in balance with himself. It feels like the ground was knocked out from underneath his feet with you being separate. So you definitely in his heart, whenever you broke off, or whenever a relationship was over, it almost made him ill and feel physically uneasy, put him in depression. He wasn't feeling very enthusiastic. He refused a lot of offers and different things, and a lot of opportunities. He was very unenthusiastic, kind of lazy, so he didn't want to act, was very defensive. Whenever other people were trying to give him advice or suggestions, he just wouldn't accept them. And does he want to come back into your life? I think he feels like ever since he exited that relationship, that there was a lot of financial struggle in his life, and also he feels like a cripple without you. You were his everything, you know. When you were in his life, he felt more financially secure. He definitely sees you as a more successful person, and you were the stronger one in the relationship, so he kind of lagged behind, or he wasn't able to kind of grow up and live up to your expectations. So it was like a lot of egoistic, childish ambitions, you know. And so does he want to come back? With some of these cards, I see he definitely wants to, or thinking about it at least. He's thinking about maybe contacting you, or thinking about approaching you. He misses that family or sturdy foundation that you had together. Possibly some of you were married. Possibly you lived together. Again, maybe you had a business together. So he misses that stability that he had with you. He misses your laughter. He misses your energy. What is he gonna do for it? Well, he feels like if he's gonna approach you, you are gonna be very cold, and you are gonna cut off all his approaches, and you know, he's afraid that you're gonna be harsh and chase him away and say that you don't want to be with him, or you don't want to hear anything about him. So because he perceives you as Queen of Swords, he's waiting for the right moment with Wheel of Fortune. He's waiting for the right opportunity. He's not really willing to do anything about it. He's not making an action. He's just hoping for the right chance, that the chance will appear by itself, you know. Maybe possibly he's waiting for you to contact him first. So emotionally, he feels like he's protecting his heart, and financially, he's not able to help you out. So he's kind of just saving his money right now and waiting for the right chance. Any actions? I'm seeing that he really was devastated, and it feels like the end of the relationship. Intuitively, no, he's not ready to travel towards you. He's kind of afraid. I see that he's still not able to overcome the hurt and mental struggle. You know, he's unsure on what to do in this situation. Like, he's listening to his guts, and he cannot understand what the next step that he needs to make. I see that he's definitely still grieving, and he's definitely watching you on social media. Possibly he's indulging in some drinking even. So in order for this relationship to possibly start another cycle, both of you need to go for transformation. So right now he still feels like it's very difficult for him. He's going through a lot of struggle. He's dealing with some health issues, and like it feels like he's just trying to understand how to live without you and how to go on without you. He feels like there's a lot of burdens, you know, on his shoulders at this moment. So you are definitely karmic partners, and again, I see some of you were married, and you some of you possibly have children. So there's always that connection that's gonna stay. So he's hoping to, in the future, he's hoping to possibly call you, or he wants to approach you, but it's going to take a while for this desire of his, you know, to kind of come to fruition. It's still kind of maturing in his mind, maturing like an egg, you know. So eventually he will make that that contact, that call, or somehow you will hear from him. Possibly he will have to contact you if some of you have children together about the child, you know. You will be able possibly to become friends in the future, you know, after having that contact. Maybe you will at least become friends. So hopefully this was helpful. And let's look at number 2. So is he thinking about you, and you know, is he able to act upon his thoughts? We have Six of Cups. It's the card of nostalgia. So he's definitely thinking about you. He's thinking about the past. He's thinking about your friendship, your relationship, your partnership. He misses you. He misses you because you were good friends. You were good friends, and you. He misses that communication. And let's see. So he still sexually feels a lot of attraction towards you, and he's contemplating about, like, I see that there was an end to the relationship, and he felt overwhelmed with it, but he's starting to think and starting to contemplate approaching you because he still does love you, and sexually he feels very attracted about, towards you. It is Knight of Pentacles, so it's a slower moving energy. So it's just kind of, he's seating and thinking and planning the situation out. So right now he's kind of thinking about it and standing still, and possibly he's even working on his health, his issues. There's not a lot of movement. He's contemplating about the partnership, he's contemplating about your relationship. He's making plans about it in his head, and in the future there's possibly there's action. He really wants to approach you. He really wants to call you or appear in your life. Maybe there's a distance that maybe you guys are far away from each other, so he's thinking about traveling towards you. There's definitely thoughts about marriage. I think the person is just gathering resources. He has an idea, a goal of being with you. He's just gathering resources so he can realize that. There's 10 of Cups, card of marriage. He's thinking about creating a family, and also Six of Pentacles, also a card about equal giving and receiving, being in a partnership. Being in this relationship with you. Okay, there could have been another person, another woman that separated you, that came between you two, and there was a heartbreak, and he feels very sorry about it, but you are the Empress. You are the Empress to him. You are his wife, or you will be his wife, or he's seeing you as his wife. He's seeing you as a main woman in his life. And if he made a mistake in the past, he's really regretting it right now, and he wishes he didn't cause you this hurt. There's somebody that came in between of you, or it could have been that maybe there was an involvement of like a mother figure or somebody that separated you two. So I do see him coming back to you, making a new proposal, proposing to you altogether. He's wearing his heart on his sleeve. He appears to me as a King of Cups. So he's again flirtatious. He's the kind of person who likes to flirt with women. Women do like him. He's very creative, artistic. He's eloquent, very creative, sensitive. So, but he's an upright King of Cups. So he's coming with a new offer towards you. There's, a pentacle, Ace of Pentacles. He wants to create new foundation with you. So his actions, so right now he's kind of still feels that he did something wrong. So there's this mentality of victimhood. He's not sure if he should approach you or if he will like what he has to offer, because he sees you as this wonderful, independent, beautiful, gorgeous, successful person. But I do see an offer here. I do see an offer coming towards you. So the new love will be able to happen. The new feelings will be able to bloom through this grieving, through realizing what's important and what's not important to both of you, being able to forgive, to go through grieving cycle. The new love can come out. Both of you will go through transformation. You will be able to rebuild your family if you were married before. If not, you will be able to create a family together. So there's definitely a news about passion. There's action from his side. It will happen soon. There will be an offer. So there's decision that's being made at the moment. The new journey begins. The new foundation will be built. It's definitely karmic relationship. You will have to overcome a lot of emotional and kind of emotional pain with your mind, with rationality, with kind of doing mind over emotions type of work with healing. Both of you have to heal, but you can't come to a union. You might have cooler feelings toward him at this point. So it is up to you if he has all the right intentions. So it's up to you whether you want to accept his offer. You can definitely conclude, this relationship, or go through transformation. So I do see, again, 10 of Pentacles. There could be a strong, happy union. There could be some, the person is seeding with 7 of Pentacles, making some decisions. So both of you making decision right now, possibly. So the right moment will come, and you have to use your intuition. I do see a pair again, black and white. You do complement each other. There's, the balance is there. You are good for each other. It's just, it's. I have 2 of Cups. It's the overcoming the differences that you had in the past. Coming out of this energy of Queen of Swords for you. If you soften your heart, if you allow him closer and kind of mentally overcome all the emotional struggle that you went through, there is a possible union for 2 of you. And 3 of Pentacles show me that there could be, again, a creative union, in your relationship. So chances are that if you are ready to accept him back, this person will come into your life again, and there's definitely a possibility for both of you to be happy again. He does miss you, and if there was a mistake in the past, if you can go through transformation and learn your lessons, then there could be a happy future again. So the third card is the Moon. So it's the energy of unclarity, ambiguity. So there's uncertainty. There's certainly a lot of fear in that person. He's thinking about you. He's thinking about you, but it's a lot of painful thoughts, a lot of confusing thoughts, a lot of emotional lessons that you probably both went through. And I do see there's separation between you two, and possibly a distance, but you are thinking about each other very much so. And there's a lot of confusion, and it's not easy for him to come out. Not easy for him to come out of the situation where he's at right now. Does he think about you? Yes, he does. I see the energy of Knight of Cups. So it's he has genuine feelings of love, genuine emotional attachment towards you. There's an offer that was refused, or or maybe you're thinking about the offer that this person made towards you. There's could be a huge distance between you two. He could be living in another country, or it could be someone with a foreign background. Or maybe it's someone that you met while you were traveling. There was definitely a lot of passion between you. There was a lot of toxicity. This person is quite a bit of egoistic. They are very handsome, very attractive, very sexually oriented, liked by other people, other women possibly. So there's this attachment on both of you, on both of the sides. You keep thinking about each other and coming back to this situation of longing. And there was a heartbreak. You are definitely very wise, and you are a very deep person. And right now I see you as being in your own kind of independent energy. You don't have a partner at this time, and you are trying to think clearly whether you need this partnership or not, and what were you learning from this partnership. because it kind of brought out a lot of personal trauma, you know, for both of you. Both of you possibly had some kind of sexual trauma in childhood, or something from past relationships that came to the surface, and it triggered a lot of energies that need to be healed or brought up to the surface. So it's issues about trust, issues about just loving yourselves, you know, first before you love someone else, because there's a huge attachment to each other in a relationship, and lots of manipulations. So the person is trying to date right now, or maybe get attention from other people, but that's the way he's healing his heartbreak, or he's not sure how to deal with his the energy that was stirred in your relationship. You know, that's the way he's trying to heal himself. He's very inside his heart, he's protecting his heart very much so. So he might be showing off his sexual energy, but his heart is guarded. He's not showing his love. He's not giving his sincerity to anyone. He's protecting. He has an armor around him. So he's guarding his emotions and feelings with life, you know. In this way, he feels like, you know, he's the winner in the situation. Like he cannot be sensitive. He cannot show his sensitivity. So he was happy with you in this relationship, and it causes a lot of emotional uncertainty in him. But you know, he's moving forward at this moment. Mentally, there's a lot of struggle, and he's denying, you know, whatever the thoughts about you arising in his mind. He's trying to deny them. He's trying to say, I don't want to think about this person anymore. You know, I don't want to invest in this relationship at this time. So he's closing his eyes on the situation, and it's a very, again, karmic relationship. You've both learned a lot of lessons, so he's definitely thinking about them, but he's also trying to shut his heart, you know, kind of, and grow a thick wall about this whole situation. You know, it's very hurtful for that person. So he does miss you. He feels like he's lacking, and he's not sure whether he wants to come back, you know. Let's see. Is he gonna make any actions or movements toward you? So right now he's not making any movements toward you. However, he does feel sexually attractive to you. Like, let's see. Is he gonna make any actions? Okay. So I think he feels quite confident staying in his Emperor energy. He's kind of staying by himself, you know. He's still grieving inside, and although he at times wants to contact or call you, he is kind of controlling that urge. He's controlling that urge. He's trying to stay selfish kind of in this situation. He needs to make a choice. He needs to make a decision. He's definitely contemplating to make some sort of action, but he feels like you're not reachable or not accessible, or for some reason he cannot have you, or shouldn't go back there. Yes, so there's a lot of still emotional inner struggle. You know, he feels like he needs to defend himself from you, that you will be aggressive or attack or want too much from him. So he feels like right now the relationship is over, and there's still like residue of bitterness, you know, from your fight, or yeah, he feels still protecting his heart. Let's see. Possibly in the future there's a chance, you know, it needs to be the right timing. So, but I still see a lot of energy of like just of a hangman, you know. There's a lot of passivity. You know, there's a lot of thoughts about you making, you know, about thoughts about making that move, but he's kind of sitting there passively. So let's see. So maybe with the right timing, and I think there needs to be some timing that will pass, you know, because there are true feelings between you two, and I think you both will realize it. You both will realize it, that this lesson was given to you from above, and you both do love each other, and this type of relationship allowed you to heal, you know, those traumas that you had. If you desire, the new opportunity will be given to you. And I just picked up the cards, and I have two of lovers, you know, so you could make a good couple if you go, you know, go through healing, go through transformation. So I think there's just a lot of sexual trauma that happened in the past, and whatever sparked in this relationship, you know, it's like these toxic unhealthy attachments and projecting onto other people, you know, your needs and feelings. It could have possibly been betrayal, but definitely a heartbreak. So with the right timing, you know, and right now not a lot of action will happen, with the right timing and possibly healing and realizing that love can have many different faces. It's not just a pure romantic relationship. It's actually being able to step away from each other, being able to let each other heal in the ways that person needs to heal, you know, allow anything that needs to happen, and be patient. You could, if you still love each other and you truly want to commit to this relationship, go through that transformation, have heart-to-heart talks, and possibly have a new beginning. Okay, thank you so much for watching this. Hopefully it was helpful to some of you, and thank you for watching again.